Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers breaking news. The long search is finally over for a Pittsburgh Steelers new wide receiver. It is Mike Williams from the New York Jets coming over to the Pittsburgh Steelers hours before the 2024 trade deadline. Let's talk about it. Quickly, before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Got a ton of coverage on the Williams trade. You guys see it on screen. Pittsburgh sending a 2025 fifth-round pick in exchange for Williams. No salary retention. Pittsburgh will take on his salary. It's modest overall. They can handle it. He'll be a free agent after the season. Pittsburgh currently has 2 fifth-round picks. We don't know which one they're sending, the earlier one or the later one, but the difference is going to be negligible overall. So Williams was certainly on our radar for a while. Pittsburgh also the same. They had a visit scheduled with him in the offseason in March, probably for a check-in on his health after tearing his ACL early into 2023 with the Chargers. That visit, though, never materialized. It was scheduled, but Williams went to New York first and did not leave the building, signed a 1-year deal with the Jets. And so we knew Pittsburgh had interest, shortly after trading Deontay Johnson for Williams, and that maintained throughout. I wasn't sure if Williams was going to be dealt after Allen Lazard got hurt, because I thought, okay, they did trade for Devontae Adams, but then, Lazard goes down, the Jets beat the Texans, they're 3-6. Maybe they won't try to, sell off any pieces and make a push at this thing. I mean, I thought right after the Adams deal, Williams was as good as gone because it felt like he's number 4, wasn't playing that much and not super involved in the offense to begin with. So wasn't sure which way this thing was going to go, but no surprise, been talking about Williams. You guys have heard about his name for quite some time, just really never got to stick in that Jets offense. And so trying to come over for a new offense on the fly can be challenging, but hopefully a better fit and should be more of an opportunity than what he was getting and going to continue to get with New York. Has size, can be one of those downfield contested catch guys, and that's going to work well in this offense that now features Russell Wilson in that moon ball in the vertical passing game off of play action that Wilson sells so well and has been much more successful under Wilson than it has been from Justin Fields. Wilson has more passing yards off of play action in his 2 starts than Fields did in his 6 this season, just to kind of sum that up with a singular point. So excited for that and what he can offer there. Will he be the true number 2 right away? Has to get in the building and see how things go. Might ramp things up and not have him be a full-time guy immediately for this game against Washington, but hopefully that role can grow over time and you can really be going strong when you're in the final month of the season, that last playoff push, and hopefully a postseason game or 2 or more for the Pittsburgh Steelers come January. So 5th-round pick, when I talked about Williams, thought he'd be cheaper than that. The price tag might have gone up because it's the deadline. Options were running out. The Jets had more incentive to keep Williams because of the Lazard injury, because they did beat the Texans, and they're still probably telling themselves they could try to capture one of those wild card spots, which they could if they put the talent together and play to their potential. So that probably drove up the price tag. Pittsburgh also did not have a 6th-round pick. That's to Chicago right now as part of that Justin Fields deal, that conditional 6, but they couldn't give that away, even if it eventually becomes a 4th. If Fields plays half the snaps, you can't send that to 2 places at once and just see which works out. So ideally for me, like a 6 would have been better, maybe getting something back from the Jets, but I'm not going to nitpick that too much. You get the point. Been looking for a receiver, looking for offensive help. That has been abundantly clear, despite the team publicly at times, Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin saying, we like our group, we're satisfied with our group, they're playing well. Tomlin even making similar comments today, and those guys have had their moments, and they can continue to still have their moments. This is not block Calvin Austin from making plays and Van Jefferson from having a role in this offense and doing some of the dirty work that has been effective in unlocking this running game to turn some good runs into some great runs and touchdown runs. So that's still on the table here, but to get that second receiver, you wanted something else, and certainly if somebody gets hurt, you'd be, even more in trouble. So this one checks the boxes in a couple different ways. It's not a big splash. It's not going to transform Pittsburgh into that next tier of really truly being contenders, or really, it's not going to change their, whatever outlook you thought about Pittsburgh before the Williams deal, it's not going to really change things after the deal, but it is another piece for modest capital and giving up that 5th-round pick, which Pittsburgh had 2 of, which probably made them feel more willing to give up one of those draft picks. So I think Williams will fit the offense pretty well. Hopefully, though, he just feels more comfortable in this system. I mean, the ACL is tough to come off of, and that may be one reason why he was so quiet, but still only caught 12 passes in 9 games with the Jets. And Pittsburgh cannot get that kind of production the rest of the season with him. Otherwise, his deal will feel like it really did not work out. So how much are they going to design stuff for him? Probably not a ton, because you're designing stuff for Pickens and you're focusing on the run game. But can he make some plays downfield? Can he make some of those contested grabs outside vertically that he's done throughout his career, where Wilson is comfortable throwing? That's really not Jefferson's game. Austin's not his game. He's more of a yak guy or slot type of guy and doing those types of things. So I think Williams fits the offense. Hopefully he'll capitalize on the couple chances he'll get throughout the season and turn those into big plays. If he does, this trade will feel like it's worth it. If not, it probably won't. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you again, and we'll talk to you soon.